What's up, everybody? We are back
What's up, man?
at 32-Bit Coffee Show, the coffee podcast right here with Moitroid, myself, and MB.
And then be Kortright. Oh, we said it at the same time. How are you, man?
Pretty good. Right here, I have some cold brew with cream.
Oh, nice. I got a nice mug today. Although, I guess it depends on when people are watching this. For the podcasters, I'm holding up a mug that says, "Good morning, beautiful." So, good morning, beautiful.
I personally do not like that cup
Why not?
because that is just my.
I like it. It's a good cup.
Yeah, no, I gotta get myself one too. I have a really basic mug myself, but yeah.
You know, I used to collect mugs when I was younger. Every time I would travel somewhere, I would buy a mug from that place.
Did you drink coffee ever since?
I started drinking coffee at a young age, but those mugs, I usually just kept them for sentimental value. Didn't really use them. So right now they're in a drawer somewhere. So I'll start using them and I'll throw them off.
I want to see one each episode.
Yeah, okay.
I have that expectation now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so audience, today we're going to talk about something very special, something new today. So in the very recently, Venture Beat reporter and industry insider Jeff Grubb predicted Nintendo Direct anytime between now and August 22nd. So that got us fans really excited about that. And me, MB Kortright, and myself have some predictions of and hopes for what might be showing in this Direct. So
That's right.
the first thing we want to jump straight into is, do you think there will be a new console, MB Kortright? A new console announced right here.
You mean like a Nintendo Switch Pro?
Maybe a next gen console.
Next gen console?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like a Switch Pro more advanced, you know. But like, will there be a new console? Will they be showing that?
So, if they do, it would be a teaser, but I really don't see them launching a new console till next year at the earliest. And I think that's because the Switch has been doing so good in terms of numbers, and they're sort of rolling in terms of sales.
They have amazing sales. They were just milk the cow with that until at least they finish up their lineup.
Yeah, and right now they're like third in behind I think it was the NES and the Wii. So with the popularity of the Switch, I don't think they'll abandon that ship until it overtakes at least the second spot in their all-time list. Yeah, and go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, and I totally agree with you. I think Nintendo's having a great year, especially with Animal Crossing selling more Switches, and with this current situation, everybody's being at home right now buying Switches. Switches are out of stock, so I think Nintendo could just keep pumping out games and keep selling Switches.
Yeah. And they gotta. I think if anything, this next Nintendo Direct is gonna be software heavy. I think they're gonna show off a lot of games instead of hardware, right? Like recently, the big announcement, I think it was in the last Direct or late last year, was the Switch Lite. So I think that should keep people satisfied in the hardware category for now.
Yeah, I believe so as well. What about like an N64 Classic? I know they released a SNES Classic and NES Classic in the past. What's next is probably either a Game Boy Classic or N64 Classic. Do you think that anything like that will come out?
So are you talking about like a re-release of the
those miniature
console itself, or the miniature one?
Yeah,
because they do have on the Nintendo eShop, they do have the NES collection, which you can download for free, and it has a selection of games. It would be cool if they did something like that with the N64, but I could see them doing that and releasing the mini version as well. It's such a popular console.
Yeah, and they could do this different ways, either through the N64 Classic or through N64 ports with all these classic titles. In either case, I'm going to need 4 N64 controllers. And for the ports, I personally think that they should do online mode for some of these classic games, such as Mario Kart 64.
Oh, that would be good. GoldenEye in online mode.
Yeah,
Can you imagine that? That'd be cool.
Just revamp all those classic titles.
Yeah.
Maybe this will, for sure. I don't know about the classic this year, but I do predict a couple of N64 ports coming soon, especially the Mario 64 and Zelda Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Yeah, I have some predictions on that little further for our little conversation in terms of ports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I do agree, you know, that like I said, this Switch, if you look at what came before this, which was the Wii U, I personally never played the Wii U, but the Switch's difference in night and day is noticeable, and I'm pretty sure Nintendo is gonna wanna ride that. And part of it is nostalgia, right? The N64 games are very nostalgic. For me, it was the first console I ever owned in my house, right? Not the first console I ever played, but it was like the first one I ever owned outright.
I bet it was awesome.
Yeah, dude, I would love to play. I love this game called Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, I had that game too. That was my first N64 game.
And it was cool because it was like sort of open world-ish, but not really. But you would drive around this like area where you could drive around to the different tracks. It was pretty cool. I don't know if you remember all of that.
Yeah, you had to have a number of balloons to get into certain races.
Yeah, so, it was cool. Yeah, I found it super interesting.
Yeah, it was good. It was nice, mysterious. It offered mystery and exploration, which I really like in games.
Yeah, I would love a port of that. I would play that on my Switch.
I could see ports, N64 ports coming out, especially if Nintendo decides to come up with wireless N64 controllers for Switch. I think those will sell out the roof if they double down or quadruple down on these N64 games. As far as the Zelda 64 ports, I don't think they'll be coming out this year. I think they will be coming out for the 35th anniversary of Zelda, which is February 21st, I believe.
Yeah.
These will sell. These will definitely sell. I'm getting my copy.
Let's roll into Zelda.
Yeah.
Then, if you want to talk about this,
yeah,
I have some wild predictions.
I think they're going to release a gameplay trailer in this direct. What about you?
For Breath of the Wild 2?
Yeah, for Breath of the Wild 2.
I think they're going to do that, and I think they're going to announce it for March.
For so after the 35th anniversary?
I think the 35th anniversary for Zelda is going to be a re-release of ports and a sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Probably in the same month. I have something crazy like that.
I have 3 different scenarios for Breath of the Wild 2. One of them was not in. None of them are in March, but one of them is in 35th anniversary. But it's unlikely because I think they want to release it this year and have DLC for that on the anniversary, so that way they could make more money. But
release Breath of the Wild 2 this year?
Yeah, I think it could. There's one scenario where they might release it before Christmas to get sales up, and then do DLC for the anniversary in order for them to get more money. Because Nintendo, in the end, is a business, and they're strategizing on how to, of course, get more money as well. Or it might release it may not release at all with the Switch, and it might release with the new Nintendo console. And this might be smart for them if they want to buy more time for the game. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because they had success with Zelda games being the first game with the release of a new console. For example, Wii and Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess was opening the game for the Switch, and then Breath of the Wild. I mean, for the Wii, and Breath of the Wild was the opening game for the Switch. And from that game alone, they had awesome console sales during both of those times, and I think they might want to do that with Breath of the Wild 2, just because they know that if they release Breath of the Wild 2 with the next gen console, those next gen consoles will for sure sell. But yeah, either of those scenarios.
Yeah, and I see what you mean. Like they've had a lot of success, but there's a difference in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the first sequel since Majora's Mask for Ocarina of Time. And what was peculiar about Majora's Mask is, that was a sequel that was released in the same generation, the N64, right? Yeah. And I think it's going to be something more like that in this case, because they are using the same engine. They're from the trailer that they showed us like a while ago. They're reusing the same engine. They're reusing assets. So if you release the new gen console with that, then what's the upgrade in the console? In my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Like this game is could easily run on the Switch because they've already done it once.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you release something with the new console, you're gonna want something that looks different. Like Twilight Princess looked really different on the Wii.
Yeah,
feels different. So I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna release for the normal Switch. Maybe when the other console comes out, they'll probably release it for that console too. But I think
I hope you're right.
But I think Zelda is the Switch console's main staple. Mm-hmm. Like when we look back at the Switch, we're gonna think about Zelda. We're gonna think about Mario Odyssey. These games. Smash is in all the consoles.
That's true.
All the generations. But and actually, when Breath of the Wild released, it also released for Wii U, right? If I remember correctly. I think so.
Yeah, that is true. I knew so.
So they tend to overlap sometimes. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised.
They did that with Twilight Princess as well as it came out for the GameCube.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So so hopefully in the gameplay trailer, I hope they bring back masks from Majora's Masks, mm-hmm. and the hook shot. And I also want them to go work a little bit more on swimming, as in swimming underwater, because that
would be crazy.
That was available in Ocarina of Time, and that wasn't available at all in Breath of the Wild. So I hope they bring that back, along with a few more islands to bring back a little bit of the Wind Waker. And maybe the Master Sword time travel mechanic, so to go back in time. That's kind of what I hope from that game.
Did you see that trailer that they released for that a few? I think it was a couple years. It was last year.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that? Because I saw the Hyrule Castle floating up. Like I saw it again recently, and I saw that thing just starting to float up into the air. But I'm not familiar with anything in the lore.
Yeah, so that's just. I'm just gonna hit the tip of the iceberg on that. Just Ganondorf wakes up. This is what I got. Ganondorf wakes up, and as soon as he wakes up, the castle lifts and starts floating. I don't know what's gonna happen with that castle. Maybe the castle's gonna move across the map or to a different location. But yeah, I have no idea. But according to the lore, that Ganondorf is the same Ganondorf that was killed in Wind Waker, or not killed, but that's the same Ganondorf, fat Ganondorf. Yeah.
Yeah, and excuse me, and in the trailer, there's this hand that comes out from the sky and sort of touches the chest of Ganon, and sort of that wakes him up, like a transfer of life energy or something like that. I don't know what that is. I have no idea.
I think that is. I forgot the name. There's like Triforce has 3 goddesses. Mm-hmm. I think it was one of those goddesses, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't really looked into the trailer on that. Yeah. But yeah, it's probably a video for another.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it later.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good game for sure. It's gonna be crazy. And one more thing on that before we move on. The other thing I found really cool is that trailer was really, really dark. And that's another parallel with Majora's Mask when compared to Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask sort of had that feeling of creepy and mysterious feeling.
I love. That's one of my favorite games, as you can see from the poster behind me.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's a great game, and I cannot wait till it comes out on Switch as a port.
You think it'll get released then on the 35th anniversary as a port?
I hope this winter, because I'm ready for it. I'm ready to replay it again.
Yeah.
And Mario N64.
Yeah. So talking about 35th anniversaries, this year is Mario's 35th anniversary.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, I'm sure all of you have been hearing there are so many rumors on the Mario 3D collection being a core topic of the Direct, along with the Mario N64 port and Sunshine port, Super Mario Sunshine port with like supported widescreen and graphics. That was pretty much, according to all the rumors, that's like the core part of the Direct. So we could expect something like that for the 35th anniversary.
I have a bombshell prediction.
What is your bombshell prediction?
I think they're gonna release a sequel to Odyssey for this holiday.
Whoa, that is a big prediction.
I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna release. I think they're gonna follow the same pattern as they're gonna do with Zelda next year, where they're gonna release a sequel to one of their best-selling games on the system, and they're gonna on the same engine. They're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna do the same engine, just different story, and they're gonna release all these ports, right? Like Mario Sunshine which is a game I love, and all these other Mario Galaxy. But my big question is, why do you think they released Paper Mario in the summer if they're gonna have this celebration coming this month? That was something that caught my eye. Like, it was just a few months apart. Why not wait? You know?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Maybe a Paper Mario DLC or something. I have no
that's
idea.
a good one. That's a good one.
They know what they're doing, and they do it with
do.
intention.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have pretty much for Mario. I don't want to bore my audience with more because it's all over the internet right now.
Yeah, it's blowing up. But hey, no one has predicted Odyssey 2.
You're the first one on this show.
If it happens, it was me.
I will be sure to let the entire internet know that it was you who predicted it first. So moving on, what do you think about Smash? For me, I think DLC Fighters Pack 2 might include Waluigi, the ones that fans are totally waiting for. I'm hoping for, this is my first, I think this is the first time this is brought up. I'm hoping for Toon Ganondorf from Wind Waker.
Toon Ganondorf.
Yeah, Ganondorf.
He has never been in a Smash game, right?
No, I kind of want him to be in the Smash game along with Blastoise. So that's my hopes for Smash DLC Fighters Pack 2.
Yeah. I don't have much to add there, honestly, if I'm being honest, but I do like that Waluigi prospect. I think that's a really good character. And is Wario in there?
Yeah, Wario's in there.
Yeah, I love Wario and Waluigi, and I've always loved I don't know if you ever played WarioWare on the GameCube.
No, I always wanted that game.
That's another one they should port over, man. That game is so much fun. It's like Mario Party, but weird. Weird mini games. I like the mini games are absurd.
Yeah, Wario is a dork for sure.
And talking about, I know you don't want to talk much about Mario anymore, but you mentioned Waluigi. Well, you mentioned Waluigi, and it reminded me of Luigi. Apparently, the speculation is that when they re-release Mario Sunshine, you'll be able to play as Luigi.
Ooh, that would be a nice add-on.
Yeah.
I love Mario Sunshine.
Yeah,
I had a lot.
Because Nintendo teased the image of Mario on Delfino Beach, and the internet went nuts. And they're like, "Look at the two cups. You know, Mario's cup has a red straw, and the cup next to it has a green straw and a green umbrella." And everyone went nuts. You know, and who's he there with? Who's he hanging out with at the beach? You know?
Yeah, it drives fans crazy when Nintendo does that to their trailers or videos or tweets.
It also happened when they released the other image I think it was last year, of Mario eating the watermelon with the seeds. They're like, oh, it has 2 seeds. That means it's Mario Sunshine 2. People go nuts. I love it.
Everybody's hopes up. Yeah. Well, we'll see what we get this year.
Let's see. Do you have any hopes for any additional game announcements? New games?
In terms of Metroid Prime 4, not really, because Retro Studios recently tweeted that they need a lead, I think, producer for Metroid 4, and that was a huge ouch for fans because I think it was last year, the year before, Nintendo has announced that they decided to scratch the project and start over again and assign the project to Retro Studios. So at most, I believe Nintendo Switch might get some 3DS ports at most.
3DS, yeah,
at most. But yeah, that's it for Metroid. And then
what do you think about, now that you mentioned 3DS, what do you think about getting all the old Pokemon games on the Switch?
I am not against it. I
would love to replay Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah, me too.
That would be crazy.
It's a classic.
I love that game.
Speaking of Pokemon, I think hopefully they show us more on Pokemon Snap. I think that it is a great step forward for the Pokemon franchise, especially since they need to release better animations of each Pokemon, and I think Pokemon Snap is doing that by putting Pokemon in their natural habitat.
Yeah, Pokemon Snap is another game I love from the N64.
Yeah, and I hope they do N64 port as well, because that will definitely hype up fans. Yeah, and Animal Crossing, fans.
I love what they're doing with that game.
Yeah,
they're releasing some crazy things. I haven't been able to play the new updates, but apparently one of the new updates is you go to sleep and you fall asleep. You go into a dream world or whatever, and you can visit other people's islands in the dream world. And I think that's probably, like I said, I haven't played it, but I think that's just like a alternate reality where you can go to players' islands but don't have the freedom to touch anything or anything like that, or just to sort of check out different islands. Maybe like a community style thing. I think that would be cool if it's like that, but I haven't played that update, so.
Yeah, I think for this direct, they'll just announce more updates, and fans want hairstyles, apparently.
Yeah.
And Nintendo's having a great year. 22.5 million copies, almost 22.5 million copies, maybe at that right now. But yeah, that's it from Animal Crossing.
Isn't that a testament to how powerful Nintendo is? They're having an amazing year, and they've only done 2 major releases. They've only done Animal Crossing and Paper Mario, if I remember, in terms of major franchises. Is that correct? I think so.
Yeah, it's like their brand, their character branding.
Yeah, because another thing I love is they're bringing a bunch of third-party games, but that's a whole different topic. Yeah. One
thing that they're missing is F-Zero. It's been 16 years since the last F-Zero Climax, that is, for the Game Boy Advance. Recently, there was a Twitter account called F-Zero JP that was created in March. It gave hopes to many fans, and there was no tweets ever since. But recently, it was confirmed to not be legit, as it posted mature content on one of its tweets. So I basically trolled fans. I was disappointed because I was hoping for an F-Zero game this year. I'm a huge F-Zero fan. I play them all.
Yeah.
And I believe that Nintendo should at least give us a hint that they're working on, and it should be an esport, and it should come before the next Mario Kart 9.
Yeah. So my only reference of F-Zero is Smash. being honest, I haven't played any of the older F-Zero games. So, what are those games all about?
F-Zero is a high-speed racing game with 32 or 30 racers. Really high speed, futuristic. And when I played it on the N64, I played GX. I have GX on the GameCube, but I like the N64 the one the best because of all the metal music. And right there, if you crash, you're out of the race for sure. Done. Yeah. You're done. You have to start the race over on the first lap again. That's what I loved. It was really hard because it would punish you if you crash, basically.
Yeah, I used to play NASCAR games, right? So maybe something like that, but futuristic.
Yeah, it's like that. Requires a lot. I believe it requires lots of skill. That's it for like F-Zero. That's all I could hope for. Another racing game is of course Mario Kart 9. It's about time for a new one. In my opinion, it should include other Nintendo characters. And this one will definitely get more Switches sold for sure. And they need to double down on being an esport, because the most recent Wii World Cup final, early this month, had 14,000 viewers across 2 live streams.
Wow.
Yeah, and it took place in July and ended early August. So I think they should turn it into an esport and hype everybody up for that. So we'll see if Mario Kart 9 is announced in this direct.
And Mario Kart 8 was a port, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't released. It wasn't released on the Switch, so they haven't really had a major Mario Kart release with the console, right? Is that right?
No, there's no dedicated Switch. Yeah, so
that would be awesome. Fans would love that. You know, people love Mario Kart. I like Mario Kart too.
That would drive fans crazy if they do announce it, because that's just a couple million more Switches sold right there. Yeah.
I think they would do that for sure, maybe holiday of next year. Following in line with all of my predictions, where I think we're going to get Mario Odyssey 2 this holiday, Zelda in March, and maybe Mario Kart next holiday.
Mario Kart as an esport. Speaking of esports, we haven't heard any news about a Splatoon 3 leak. I believe it should be on the next console if Nintendo wants to capitalize on that. Yeah.
What do you think about you said the number 3, and it reminded me that they recently did a remaster of Pikmin 3. I don't think it's come out yet, but I love Pikmin. So what do you think about that?
I never really played any of those games. My neighbor had them. He loved that game because he had it first on the GameCube, and I think that it is a moneymaker, and people love Pikmin.
I love Pikmin, dude. So it's gonna be so much fun. I'm gonna buy that thing.
Not too sure what they're gonna say on the direct, to be honest. I haven't really looked into that.
So I don't know if they're gonna say much. They already announced the game. I think it has a date. I think it's October. Have to look it up, but I don't think there's much to say about that one. They've already given all the details, so it makes me think that the direct is gonna be stacked. Like, they're releasing Paper Mario, Pikmin 3, games that could have easily been on a direct. So I'm pretty sure this next direct is gonna be stacked. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. We only touched about probably 40% of the games. There could be possibilities. I don't have predictions for any of these games, but we're talking about Donkey Kong, Earthbound, Fire Emblem, Kirby, and Star Fox, and a few more. You know that.
Oh, dude.
There's a lot of stuff going on. It could be a stacked direct, and I haven't done my research on those other games, but there may be something else on those games.
Dude, a remaster on Star Fox would be awesome.
Yeah,
I love that game. I played it so much on the 64. And the remaster of the original Kirby 64, that would be awesome. I would play that thing too. I was so hooked on that game. I even had, they used to sell those guides, like magazines, on how to go through the whole game. I don't know if you ever got a chance to buy those, but I had the one for Kirby.
Game Informer? or
No, it was game guides. So it was a big book, and it would just explain the whole game.
Are you
You
talking
could go.
about Kirby Crystal Shards?
Yeah, I don't know if it was Crystal Shards. I thought it was Kirby 64.
Oh, okay, I thought Kirby
I don't
64
remember.
was Crystal Shards.
Yeah, I just call it Kirby 64. It's probably that one.
Yeah, it was.
That was one of the first games I ever played on the 64 as well.
It's a classic as well.
Yeah, that's very, very good.
But yeah, everybody, that is our predictions. That is. Sorry for the abrupt closing, but that is all we have to say for today.
That was our homework, man, and we didn't do it. We were supposed to come up with an outro.
Oh yeah, this was our outro.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add some music starting now, and this music that you guys are listening to, I made it on my phone, so that's the outro song.
Can't wait to hear it. So, thanks everybody again for watching another episode of 32-Bit Coffee Show. We hope you love the show, and don't forget to subscribe if you like us.
Yeah, go ahead and we have our personal social media under our names there, and we have the 32-Bit Coffee Show social media in the description. So go ahead, subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification button for the YouTube algorithm. I hear a bunch of people saying that. So yeah, just follow us on this journey, and we hope you guys keep enjoying the content.
Check us out on our personal profiles on Instagram, and check me out on Twitch if you'd like to see.
That's right.
If you like lo-fi, so
that's a good time right there. You wanna what are your times for streaming?
So my times for streaming are Monday through Thursdays, 8 to 9 p.m. So
There
1
you
hour
go.
a day. So just trying to
And
work.
it's
on
really
the
fun.
consistency.
So log in and watch this guy work. All right.
Well, I hope to see you guys all there. Anyways, I'm gonna close the show now. Nice talking to you, MB Kortright, and
Peace
hope
out.
everybody has a great day. And hopefully our predictions are correct.
That's right.
Peace.
All right, man. Peace.